Welcome back. I've got a creeper. And I've got a couple other things, and I've got a problem. I don't know what the hell's wrong with my computer. I tried restarting it. I've looked at the various allocations. Something... I recorded, building the village, which, thinking about it, was redundant because I've done that before. Get up. And halfway through the video, it stopped filming. I mean, it got stuck on one frame for like 5 minutes. I don't know what the hell that was about. I gotta figure it out sometime. And I haven't been able to yet. It's been a couple of days. Got a cat sitting on me who wants my attention. I guess, well, what I'll assume is that it's, likely to happen again. So, as a disclaimer, there may be a jump cut without warning that I'll just sort of try to fix in post. I don't know what else to do about it. So let's cover real quick what I did and tried to film, but apparently wasn't great at doing that. To begin with, I threw together a squid factory. Which was kind of worth recording because I haven't done this before, but at the same time, and a very long time, it was a long, boring process of basically digging down a meter into the sand, filling it up with water. Digging down here, which I haven't got the best way to get in here yet, to clear out this whole room and put up signs that would catch the water as I basically looked up and dug away all of the stuff supporting the sand. The basics here are, it's pretty simple. Once I get in position to jump up enough. Yeah. Alright, so squids, I don't know why there aren't any right now, but they spawn in here, obviously. This is the only level where there's, actually water. Everything else is runoff, so this is all waterfall down to the signs, so they are pushing against or being pushed by a current, really. They don't push against it all that much. Once they end up down here, this wall of source blocks is pushing the water, is water pushing downward. Here where it runs out, I've just got all of these hoppers leading into this crate, which incidentally, yeah, still has a bunch of stuff that doesn't need to be in here, and I just don't have enough room to pick it up. That's pretty much the squid factory, the ink factory. And, if you notice, it's actually collecting some ink, so it works. This is sand, because I need to hang on to that for later. It's half my reason for being here. This is the village, which underneath is getting scary because there's no lights under here. My options here are, and I have a torch, I gotta do something about that. I can either light it up to prevent things from spawning, or just seal it off. Build a wall around it, that wouldn't take very long. But, let me get rid of what I just picked up, because that's half my problem. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it. Probably, I hate that thing. Just get... Don't need that. Don't really need that on me. Oh yeah, I somehow miscounted. Well, I got a bunch of stuff I don't really need. I don't need apples. Actually, give me the apples back. I'll eat those and then get back to the steak. Okay, so yeah, I've got the village mostly done. I just got up to this point when I figured I would just, put it off until the next episode, and as it turns out, the episode I just filmed was unusable. So, starting up from here with, a village, not terribly unlike the one I already made back at the island. The only real difference, and you're about to see one of them, is, or, you know, half of the real difference. The water hydrating the farmland under the wall is, I can probably show you this from underneath. I used sandstone as a base to hold the water in instead of letting it just cascade down as a waterfall. So, yeah, I'm hoping this is, for all I know, it's stuck on frame 1 of, you know, having hit record. I have no idea right now because there's no way of telling until I stop recording and play it back and see what happened. Yeah, so let's have a look at don't know what monsters are waiting to... Oh, it's going to be nighttime, that'll help. Is there anything? Yeah, there's a creeper. This, and you can tell it's dripping, is just a big, you know, extra layer that's... the water's all on top of that, and it's simple enough. I probably don't have time for that. I do have... It doesn't matter that much. I've got the torches in place within the village, so if the sun sets, it shouldn't be too big a problem. I mean, if there's a swarm attack kind of zombie thing, I guess that could be a problem. I've only got the 2 villagers because one thing I filmed, or maybe didn't, I don't know if it was still paused at that point. I built the village and then had a staircase basically leading into it for the villagers to go in. Took out all the doors around the village, added some doors inside to convince them that the village was now just inside that border. Those 2 were the only 2 that got close enough to kind of get in on their own. And the rest over the last couple of game days I've just ignored, and they, you know, ultimately got eaten by stuff that was spawning beneath, you know, in the shadows. Give me this. I'm thinking this will be enough wood to finish doing this. I don't know what I want to do about... Well, I know what I want to do. I want to fix it. I'm not sure how to... what I can do until I figure out how to fix it about the whole recording issue. It's just open broadcaster software. It's nothing... I mean, it's like freeware, but it's... Everyone uses it. It's good, ordinarily. I don't know what's different all of a sudden that it's not working right. But I'm not happy about it. Yeah, I could... My first thought is some kind of RAM allocation that if, it's not affecting the game. I mean, occasionally it'll hitch a bit, but that's... Minecraft has been like that for, you know, a decade. Well, not quite a decade, but... Yeah, with the hitching on recording. You know, in the first episode, I mentioned, and a bit precipitously, that it was likely that the startup of the map would be stuck like I'm talking about in it. Oh, there is a zombie over there. Where over there, though? Is he inside, or... Well, he is in fact chasing those guys. I can't tell if he's inside or out. I think he's outside. Yeah. So he just came up from underneath. That's not a problem. And then he died. Didn't even leave me anything. Well, that's why there's a wall. Yeah, I don't know why it's hitching. So I don't think it's the game, or at least I don't think... I mean, the existence of the game could be part of it, I guess. But, well, what do I have? So I've got a gig dedicated to the game, I guess. Maybe. That's not making a lot of sense. I have a percentage of 1011 megabytes and an allocation of 720. I don't know what the hell that is. Anyway, I'm not sure what... Where's the tree? What the issue is. I'll keep looking at it, see if I can figure it out. Yeah, and yeah, until then, if it stops, if in playback it you know, stalls on something, I'll just cut that out at whatever point works well enough. Like, it still records audio, so if I'm talking while it's stalled, it's just not much to look at. As opposed to, you know, the stunning graphics of Minecraft the rest of the time. Technically, I've got a minor issue here where any skeleton spawning down there could see me and start shooting, but I guess I don't care that much. I'm not too low on food. It's mostly creepers down there, which is terrible because that's what I really don't want to see. They're not useful to me, damn it. That's my last torch, too. Which in its way is fine, because if I run out of torches, I can... If I make torches right now, and I probably just will. There, torch is fine. I need this. And this. Because now, this is the other half of needing to fill in the you know, with the first one, it was more about using sand and whatever lava, I guess, today in this game. Which I never really tried before. It worked nicely. Here it's more bring the water with you and just do source blocks to get them all, get everything working correctly. And in a minute here, probably ought to grab like Aqua Infinity. Is that the one? Yeah, it lets you walk around as normal in water. That would be really helpful right now. Because trying to hit exactly the right block while the current's pushing me around is bothersome. Alright, since I don't care very much, I'm just going to put this up here. Get out by swimming up it. Try to find some water. And these last four are almost unnecessary. They're, in operational terms, they're not important. In, like, Ocean Block, I've left them out for hours. And it never caused a problem with pushing down the golems that are going to result However, with the farmland, this block is important for basically those three blocks to remain hydrated. So it doesn't hurt to have it, it's just kind of an extra hassle. Oh, and you may have noticed, well, I never had farmers here. I haven't seen a natural farmer yet, I don't think. Everything is, any farmers that I've seen in the game are ones that were the progeny of villagers that I fed to get them going. About that, this time I might start feeding them before I have a full bunch of carrots. I could also feed them bread or whatever, although I could give them like potatoes, but because I do have a lot of potatoes back there, they're not all that, damn it. They're not all that great to eat. They need 12 of those. They need 12 carrots too, but that's the system, that's what I'm aiming for. You know what, here, you guys work it out. I'll give you some doors here in a sec. You got that? Okay. Speaking of food... I also wonder if there's a static bit that I gotta cut out. I wonder what that's gonna do to my runtime. I don't really care all that much, I'm just curious. Oh, just give me whatever you... Are you kidding me? I don't need... Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. Okay. Go throw some doors in place. Cat really was... Oh, nuts, it's nighttime. Start here. Well, at this point, again, unless there's a horde that spawns, I'm not terribly worried about anything. If monsters spawn out in the desert, they're mostly just out in the desert. It's not really an immediate concern. Skeletons could shoot at me, I guess, although I can shoot back. Creepers are a minor issue. I already have creepers under the base, under the village. So, that's nothing new. Yeah, pretty much anything that might spawn because it's dark out is going to be... I can always just duck inside the village and wait, and then shoot at them. Can't really shoot at Endermen, but honestly, I need Endermen. I need their bowling balls. What I think I'm going to do, just to have some idea, is once I've finished up the doors here, I'm going to go ahead and cut this, go look at what I've recorded, see if it's doing the thing. Maybe it's just better now, I don't know. Maybe the excuse was that it was like Tuesday. And then, yeah, I can, if it's a problem, I can chop out whatever the problem is, and then come back and explain what had happened. It's actually kind of lit up around here. I don't care very much. So we're coming up on, well, in real time, we're coming up on 20 minutes. If there's a frozen block that I gotta cut out, who knows where we are. beside her. Idiot. But you're unrelated to the people who are supposed to exist, so I don't care. You can just collect doors out there all day until something eats you. Or the one who was too dumb to come in here. Rabbit. Terrifying. Stay out of my way, though, because I'm doing something. If he's still out there once I've got a population able to sustain production of iron, I'll probably just have to kill him. Because I don't want the center of the village to be off. Hi. Back away from him before he's he can't get... There's like a little bridge I put in over here, but otherwise I don't think he can get near me. Oh well, I could be wrong. That's a problem. You dick. Well, that was not quite what I expected. I guess we'll go take a nap to get rid of some of these things, and I'll fill in the... I'm nuts. It's a lot of monsters. And a lot of them aren't going to go away in the daytime because they're like desert zombies. That's a creeper. Oh, that's a mess. I don't have any... Damn it. Damn it. Oh yeah, because stupid. Obviously it's not... I'm trying to think what these guys have for me. Like, is it just the same as any normal zombie, or... I still consider these new. There's probably a creeper coming up behind me, too. It's mostly meat. Okay. I don't care about that right now. What are you... Oh, you turned into a duck. Oh, I don't need this on me, by the way. Well, there, you see how that works. Oh, I need, this. At least you didn't take out the sandstone stuff. I mean, I guess that's good. Go up and refinish the door thing. Damn. Give me this, by the way. Shut up. Yeah, no one cares. Yeah, I'm still missing a torch. Where the hell is that? Where it goes? Oh, whatever. No, it's not. Okay, something's wrong. I'll fix it here in a sec. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Okay, you go there. And in fact, thinking about it, just give me all that. Okay, can't see. See if we can get all this stuff up here. More sand, that never hurts. Although going down to get it might. afraid of that. What hit me? Arrow. Okay. Well, let me... Is anything following me? Yeah, let me go. Yeah, we're at 25 minutes. Maybe. Depending on how reasonable the recording has been. I'll go check on that and then come back. So, hang on a sec. Okay. Couple of hitches, but nothing more than a couple of seconds at a time, so I guess that's not as bad as I was expecting. Because, yeah, the one time it was crazy how long that lasted. It was like 5 full minutes of nothing but one frame of staring at a block I was placing. It was boring. So that's all finished. You know, the village. And that's a zombie or something. And that's hunger. You know what? Eat him, would you? Actually, it doesn't. Yeah, well, fine. You know, yeah, just die. And also die. Okay, well, you did. But as for you, I'm tired of you being a concern. So goodbye. Oh, really? Bye. Okay, so he's about to get all frisky, right? I don't know, maybe. They have everything they need to, start, breeding. With the doors being in place, they'll keep at it. They should have enough food. I gave them, what, 40... Was it 46? I think it was. I've seen it twice now, you'd think I'd know. The important element is... They need 12 to breed at all. Meaning each, which means 46 is almost enough for them both to do it twice. And which is good, because there's 2 of them. So given that, here's 48 if I'm right. And then I'll go back to planting this stuff so I have more next time. I don't know if the guy I gave any to actually wound up handing any off. I'm assuming so. Yeah, I guess we're not done. I have to fill in these. Oh, no one's ever asked, at least, you know, to date. By the time this is online, maybe everyone's asked. There are 2 reasons I want this to be 3 wide, despite that being a lot more dirt. One is monsters, as far as I know, can't spawn on farmland. So the only place anything could ever spawn is, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, obviously. Meaning there's 32 blocks in here. They're gonna raid. I guess zombies could happen. So that's one reason. Another is, if it's a single row and I've got farmers, they can get really stalled out. Even with something like carrots, where, it's bothering me that that's off. Where whatever they pick up, they can replant. If it's all one strip, and the closest thing they can do is oh, you know, enough meters away that they're not aware of it, they can just kind of get trapped. They can just stand there indefinitely until something else grows, and if they have a way to go to the side and plant surplus carrots, they'll likely do that. Guys, what? Come here. I don't care. Also, now we are at time. I'm thinking more in my... I haven't really decided. I might do both. With, you know, big shadowy spot under this thing. I could fill it in with torches, and the advantage there would be, even if the monsters don't affect me directly because I've got a wall around it, it will affect monsters spawning anywhere else. So it might be good to not have monsters down there. Although, once I start getting golems, it might be entertaining if I did have monsters down there that the golems could, you know, kill. Although then I'm concerned because I'm not sure if there's creepers down there. I'm trying to think whether golems attack those. It seems like they used to, and then they stopped, and I don't know what the case is. Anyway, if they get in a fight, the only thing a creeper can do is explode and take on my village. So maybe it's better to not have them down there at all. I might just torch it all in, and then optionally consider adding a wall around it just to make it look better. As far as the how many of those do I have now? 15. That's going to be my next step, is building a you know, sugarcane farm along here, like, you know, back at home, basically. Because once I get librarians, it's going to be, you know, pure currency. First I have to get anything. Are you guys breeding yet? I would love it if you had a kid and that kid was a farmer and I could just stop worrying about this. Is that meat? What did I just see? Yeah, it is. Oh, what the hell, I've got nothing better to do right now. Well, except to stop recording because we're over time. Yeah, if they want to give me a farmer, that would be nice, because then the farmer could just take over on dealing with the carrots and feeding everyone, and then keep mating, and we'll just get a whole other village of 100. I think with this design I've maxed out at 96 villagers at any given time. You guys are boring, you know that. Look, go do the thing where you have kids. I promise you, look outside at planet Earth. No one is too stupid to breed. So just do it. Ugh. There's an Enderman. I just wonder if the guy I gave the 46 to, like, held on to him. He's like a hoarder. I don't know. Well, even if it happens, it's going to be a slow process, and I'm over time, so I'm just going to give up on this for now and play this halfback, or this segment, see if this hitched. And I have to cut anything out, so again, if anything's missing, that's probably what happened. Nighttime, too. Oh, they're distracted by the monster. Yeah, I'm going to torch it up down there. That's just how it's going to happen. So, I'll do that, but I don't have to be on camera at the time. And then, you know, when we come back next time, I probably ought to have... Ow, what the hell was that? Did I fall too far, or did something hit me? I don't know. So, yeah. Next time I should have some more progress, and we'll film that and hope it doesn't hitch much. So, see you then. Bye.